Studying for a big test. Today, I spent most of my time studying for a big test that I have coming up next week. I want to write about how I prepared, what I did, and how I felt during my study session. Morning. Getting ready to study. I woke up early today because I wanted to start studying as soon as possible. The test I'm studying for is in math, and it's going to be very important. I knew I needed to focus and work hard to do well. After I got out of bed, I had a quick breakfast. I ate some cereal and drank a glass of orange juice. I usually like to eat something healthy before I start studying, because it helps me concentrate better. My mom reminded me to take regular breaks, and not to study for too long without a break. Setting up a study space. After breakfast, I went to my room to set up my study space. I wanted to make sure I had everything I needed before I started studying. I cleared off my desk and put all my study materials there. I took out my math textbook, my notebook, and some pencils. I also got a highlighter to mark important information. I made sure my room was quiet, because I find it easier to concentrate when there are no distractions. I turned off my phone and put it in another room, so I wouldn't be tempted to check it while studying. Reviewing the material. I began by reviewing my notes from class. I looked through my notebook and read through the examples and explanations that my teacher had given. I found that some of the topics were a bit confusing, so I decided to focus on those first. I started with algebra. There were some problems related to equations and inequalities that I needed to understand better. I took out my textbook and found the sections that covered these topics. I read through the explanations and worked on practice problems to help me understand the material. Taking breaks. Staying fresh. After about an hour of studying, I took a short break. I stretched and walked around my room for a few minutes. It's important to take breaks because it helps me stay focused and not get too tired. I also drank some water to stay hydrated. During my break, I thought about the questions I was still having trouble with. I made a list of the topics I needed to review more. This way, I could make sure I didn't forget anything important. Working on practice problems. After my break, I went back to studying. I decided to work on some practice problems from my textbook. Practice problems are really helpful, because they show me how to apply what I've learned. I worked on different types of problems, including solving equations and graphing functions. I tried to solve each problem on my own before checking the answers. If I made a mistake, I went back and tried to understand where I went wrong. This process helped me learn from my mistakes and improve my skills. Seeking help. Asking for assistance. There were still a few problems that I couldn't figure out. I decided to ask for help from my mom. She used to be really good at math, so I knew she could help me understand the difficult parts. I showed her the problems I was having trouble with, and she explained them to me. Her explanations made things clearer, and I felt more confident about the material. I also took notes on her explanations so I could review them later. Organizing my study materials. After getting help, I spent some time organizing my study materials. I made flashcards with key formulas and important concepts. Flashcards are useful because they help me review information quickly and easily. I also made a study schedule for the next few days. I planned out when I would review each topic, and how much time I would spend on each one. Having a schedule helps me stay organized and make sure I cover everything I need to. Evening. Reviewing and relaxing. In the evening, I did one last review of the material. I went over my notes, practice problems, and flashcards. I felt like I had a good understanding of most of the topics. But I knew I needed to keep practicing to make sure I was fully prepared. After studying, I took some time to relax. I watched a TV show and had dinner with my family. It was nice to take a break and do something fun after a long day of studying. Reflecting on the day. As I sit here writing in my diary, I feel a mix of emotions. I'm a little tired from studying all day, but I also feel proud of the work I did. I know that preparing for a big test can be challenging, but I feel more confident about my ability to do well. I'm going to continue studying over the next few days and stick to my study schedule. I hope that all my hard work will pay off and that I'll do well on the test. For now, I'm going to get some rest and get ready for another day of studying tomorrow. Good night, and wish me luck. A new hobby I want to try. Today, I want to write about a new hobby that I am really excited to try. I have been thinking about it for a while, and I believe it will be a fun and interesting activity for me. The new hobby I want to try is painting. I am eager to learn more about painting and to create my own artworks. Why I want to try painting? I have always admired paintings and artwork. Whenever I visit art museums or see paintings in books, I feel inspired. I love how colors and shapes can come together to make something beautiful. I think painting could be a wonderful way for me to express myself and to explore my creativity. One of the reasons I want to try painting is because it seems very relaxing. I have read that painting can help people feel calm and reduce stress. I am always looking for activities that help me unwind after a busy day at school. And painting seems like a perfect choice. Another reason I am interested in painting is that it allows me to create something unique. I enjoy art and crafts, and I think painting will give me the chance to make my own pieces of art. I am excited to see what I can create with my own hands and imagination. Getting started with painting. Before I start painting, I need to prepare some things. The first step is to gather the materials I will need. I will need some basic painting supplies, including paints. I will need a set of paints. I am thinking about starting with watercolors, because they are easy to use and clean up. Later on, I might try acrylics or oils. Brushes. I will need different sizes of brushes for painting. Small brushes are good for details, while larger brushes are better for covering bigger areas. Paper or canvas. I need something to paint on. For watercolors, special watercolor paper is best. For other types of paint, I can use a canvas. Palette. A palette is used to mix paints. I can buy a palette or use a plate from the kitchen. Water and rags. Water is important for cleaning brushes and mixing with paint. Rags or paper towels are useful for cleaning up spills and wiping brushes. I plan to buy these supplies from an art store. I am excited to pick out my materials and get started. Learning about painting. I want to learn how to paint properly, so I need to find some resources to help me. I am thinking about taking a painting class or finding tutorials online. There are many websites and videos that offer painting lessons for beginners. I am sure these will help me learn the basics and improve my skills. I also plan to visit a library or bookstore to find books about painting. I want to learn about different techniques and styles. It will be helpful to read about how to use different brushes, mix colors, and create different effects. Challenges and goals. I know that painting might be challenging at first. I might have difficulty mixing colors or getting the details right. However, I am excited to face these challenges and learn from them. I believe that with practice, I will get better at painting. My goals for painting are to create beautiful artworks and to enjoy the process. I want to see improvement in my skills and be proud of the paintings I make. I also hope to share my paintings with my friends and family. I think they will enjoy seeing what I create. Sharing my paintings. Once I finish a painting, I want to share it with others. I will show my paintings to my friends and family and tell them about my painting experience. I think it will be fun to see their reactions and get their feedback. I also plan to keep a journal of my painting progress. I will write about what I learn and how I feel about each painting. This will help me reflect on my experiences and track my improvement. Looking forward. I am really looking forward to starting my new hobby of painting. I believe it will be a wonderful way to express myself and to relax. I am excited to learn new techniques and create my own artwork. I will write more about my painting adventures in my diary as I get started. I am eager to see how my paintings turn out and to share my journey with others. For now, I am happy to have found a new hobby that I am passionate about. Good night, and happy painting.